Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and today, probably a bit earlier than I expected to be, I'm back in Skyrim, at least for the channel. I've been playing this game since I made the first video, a little bit, off and on, like maybe an hour or two every other day, and I've been enjoying it. One thing I didn't enjoy, and that's the point of this video, was I did a mission a couple of days ago, actually, and I went and did a mission somewhere over here. I was trying to get to this actually, and before I got there, somewhere around here, I bumped into a little nest of a cult. I don't know what they were, vampires in a cave or something, and one of them apparently was a mage kind of thing. I knew that from the moment it started firing spells at me. That was the clue, and it apparently cursed me with vampirism. Now, I hadn't expected that, I hadn't thought about that, and I think it was in the evening when it happened, and I wasn't really paying attention to the game other than just, you know, running around exploring, so I hadn't really thought about that, and I wasn't quite aware, probably because I was being a bit dumb, how much time had passed before I came back in the daylight somewhere and what was going on. So when I came back out in the daylight, my blood was boiling and I found out I'd caught this disease. So immediately I went online. What do I do? What do I do? You need to, it said, go and pray at the shrine. So I did that, and it was still telling me my blood was boiling going out in the day. So what I kind of realised was that maybe I just mixed up timescales, maybe because I'd come back, I think I'd slept for quite a few hours as well. Maybe I'd missed the mark on how much time I had to cure the disease, because I read online you've got 3 days before it becomes something more serious. And I thought, okay, it's my fault, kind of, I didn't really pay attention, and let me just go back to an earlier save. All I'd done was that kind of mission anyway, so I just had to lose some loot and start again. Anyway, last night I was playing again, and I went to this area, Halted String Camp, and there was a few bandits to kill there. No problem, actually Janessa could kill them all on her own, so I was not worried. There was a mage there, but it wasn't a vampire or anything like that, and it was firing spells, but I didn't know what the spells were, and it didn't really do anything to me until I came back to Dragon Reach. But I came back straight away because I had too much gear and I wanted to sell stuff, so I was much more aware of the timescale. And when I came out of the shop, I'd once again caught this vampirism thing. So let me just show you first of all that I've got that. So we'll go into the shop, and this is almost exactly what I did last night, exactly the same place that I was last night, because I came out of the game after this. So I went back in here, I came out into the glorious sunlight and found that my blood was boiling. So okay, some mage thingy in that camp had infected me with vampirism. I thought, okay, that's fine. I know it's only been like under a day, it's probably been under 10 hours, so no problem. I'll just use the things they said in the time I researched last time on how to cure this. One of them was a potion, which I've got. Cure disease, that's what you're meant to use. It says that in the online guide, so there you go. I use the potion, get the purple ore of curing. Wonderful. I thought, okay, that's simple, I feel better. I'll go back out into the world and all will be right. But I went back out into the world and I still cursed. My blood is still boiling, and my blood is boiling slightly because that's annoying. So, okay, I thought that's very irritating. It says exactly what you're meant to do online. I'm 100% not past 3 days, so it's not that I've spent too long and I've now become a fully fledged vampire. I'm doing exactly what it says online. It should be a simple thing, but it's not curing me. So then I decided to go to the temple of Kainareth, or something like that. I'm not saying it right, I'm sure. The other thing you could do is pray at a shrine. Here is the shrine of Kainareth. More purple curie energy. It says all diseases cured in the top left. And I come back to go out into Whiterun, and I've still got it. What the hell? What the actual hell? So I don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of fed up. That's why I stopped playing it last night. I was kind of annoyed because, to be honest, in a game, this is very early on, and I'm comparing this in context to like Kingdoms of Amalur and Dragon Age Inquisition, which I played tons, and they were at similar times, and this is a similar kind of game. There was no point in those games where I got infected and this sort of thing happened where I couldn't work out how to cure myself or something happened in it. It was all pretty straightforward. So that's annoying in itself because, yeah. But the fact that it doesn't work when you do the things you're meant to do, that's like really, I don't know, I can't think of the right word. I mean, I've researched tons, and I'm sure we all have tons of games online where you didn't know how to do certain missions, and they've been really complicated things, and using online guides I've managed to get through them. And this is basic. This is in the first 5 hours of a 14-year-old game. First 5 or 6 hours of a 14-year-old game, maybe the first 6 or 7 hours. So it shouldn't be complicated. If I'm doing something wrong, then the game's wrong, because I'm doing exactly what anyone would do. And bearing in mind that you shouldn't have to Google in the first, X amount of hours of a game to find out what to do anyway. So I didn't in Dragon Age or in Kingdoms of Amalur. You shouldn't need to. So number one, if I'm doing it wrong, then that's poor on the game, because you shouldn't need to. And I'm doing exactly what the guide said. It's very simple. You use a potion or cure disease, or you go to a shrine. I've done both. I can't be wrong both times, and I'm not cured. So barring anyone, please, who can tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I need to do, I will not be continuing with Skyrim, because I can't. Because what's the point in continuing where I know in a few days I'm going to become a fully fledged vampire? There's no point in going back to a previous save, because yes, I could get out of this being infected, but then I've already done that before, and then next time I get infected, which seems to be a thing that happens quite often, I'll be back in the same place. So what's the point in wasting hours and hours more on this game if each time I get infected I can't uninfect myself with the basic things that are meant to uninfect me, so if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I'm, like I said, last night I was annoyed, to be honest. I was a bit tired, but I was annoyed when the things that were obvious and they should just have worked didn't. And I don't know what to do. So like I said, unless anyone can tell me what I'm doing wrong and why that's not working, and like I said, it's 100% not been 3 days. I literally went to that bandit camp and then I fast travelled straight back to Whiterun to sell stuff. So it's literally like hours, not days. So I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming in Skyrim. This may be the last time I will be in Skyrim, but until next time, take care for now.